The Tottenham circus rolls on. You wake up this morning and you are seen with the same old news. After the news yesterday that Mathys had rejected Tottenham's approach, we now have a new rejection and a transfer that I can't believe we are going for. I'm hoping it won't happen, but when you just hear this information come out, we are on the cusp of deadline day. And Tottenham have still only just signed a goalkeeper. No outfield players, no preparation. And I'll tell you what, Daniel Levy trying to sell this 15th place Premier League club is just absolutely balmy. But before we go any further, if you are new to the Sunny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, get down below in the comments section. Who do you want us to sign ahead of deadline day? Just throw some names out there because we need, hopefully Daniel Levy watches this video and gets some inspiration from it. Also, leave your likes, subscribe and hit the notification bell because it'll let you know when I've gone live. So, as I say, following the Mathys news, there's now news of another rejection, and that is in the shape of Fikayo Tomori, former Chelsea defender, now at AC Milan. He's actually been in and out of the AC Milan side, but after approach between 20 to 30 million euros, AC Milan were willing to sell, basically identical to the Mathys situation. The defender has decided to stay. We've been rejected once again. It's like Tottenham going out on the town, trying to, find a match, and everyone's just slapping them in the face, rejecting them. We are, because we stink. Because we're, is that 15th place Tottenham? No, I don't want to talk to you. It's absolutely embarrassing. And I thought Fikayo Tomori would be a good acquisition, 27 years old, Premier League experience. He had it all in abundance, England international as well. But, what now? What now are Tottenham going to do? Because, as I say, I'm recording this. This is going out on Saturday, the 1st of February. On Monday, the 3rd of February, that is when deadline day will, end and the transfer window is shut. And we've already loaned out Will Lancashire. We're loaning out loads of players. Yang is gone QPR. But we've not brought anyone in. And Fikayo Tomori would have been such a good option because, with the likes of Mickey van der Ven coming back from injury, Radu Dragusin, we don't know the extent of his injury yet, and also Christian Romero coming back as well. He would have been a good extra body. He would have played minutes. He could have, really pushed for a starting spot. Obviously, Christian Romero's future is up in the air as well at Tottenham, so it would have been really good. It would have been really, really good. I think better than the Mathys deal, because Mathys not as proven as Fikayo Tomori. Obviously won Serie A with AC Milan a few years ago. So I did like the idea of it. But what I don't like the idea of is another defender we're being linked to. And that is Axel Diasi from Chelsea. Now, we haven't dealt with Chelsea since Gus Poyet in the 90s. That was the last time a player went between the two clubs. Carlo Cudicini doesn't count, and neither does William Gallas. Because they were on free transfers as well. So that didn't count. And I think Gallas was actually from Arsenal. I've got that wrong. But yeah, Carlo Cudicini was a free transfer. He'd already left Chelsea before he'd signed for us. Diasi, I think he's already agreed terms with Villa. But that's a bit up in the air at the moment. I think Villa are exploring some other options. But he's terrible. I've got Chelsea fans like Zach Jalabo I know. Ones at TalkSport that I know. And they've all just... His nickname is Disaster. I've watched him. He is absolutely terrible on the ball. He is just a woeful defender. I would rather keep playing Archie Gray there, or, why the hell did we loan out Alfie Dorrington? I'd rather play him. Rather blood him into the team than play Axel Disaster. And then I think we've also been linked with Badiashile, Dewsbury Hall. I don't know why. Maybe this is the new Chelsea and they're willing to deal with Daniel Levy. And it's just they want to offload people, Chelsea. And Diasi would be a disaster. I'm not a fan of this one. Tottenham, do not sign Axel Diasi. If you do, the fan base could end up kicking right off. Well, they already have, but even more so. But where does that leave us then? As I say, on the eve of deadline day. It's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible because it's hard to sell this club when we're 15th in the Premier League. We're, not guaranteed anything in the cups. We've got a huge week ahead of us in the cups, FA Cup and League Cup. So and like, are you coming in as a squad player? I mean, by the sounds of it, apparently Mathys Tel wasn't sold on the project of Tottenham. Probably Tomori hasn't been sold on the project because there's no project at the moment. We don't know whether our manager's staying, the owners are terrible, the fan base are turning. It's been an absolute disaster. Probably why we're going for Diasi. And it's just one of those ones where you sit there and you go, what is going to happen next? Anything could happen in the next 48 hours. It would not shock me. Tottenham are in that much of trouble that it really is a worrying time. I am worried for Spurs in the transfer market. Some big games in the Premier League over this weekend, some 6-pointers to be had. We're literally hoping that Ipswich and Southampton draw today because that hopefully keeps us, above the drop. But yeah, just disappointing. Even, you think about transfers in the past of like Willian who rejected us. Like, this is just a new level of, why they're rejecting us. Why they reject, like, they've got no other offers on the table, these players. They just don't want to come. They'd rather stay on the bench or try and fight for their place at Bayern and AC Milan respectively. And it just puts Tottenham in such an awkward position because the squad is paper thin. Even the other night in the Europa League, we're having to rely on 3 youngsters to help us get through. And fair play to them. Like, maybe they've guaranteed their places in the team. Like, they've done well, but it's a lot. It's a lot. The minutes that Archie Gray has played, like, considering he didn't even start in Tottenham's team at the beginning of the season, it's just been an absolute, train wreck from start to finish this whole season. And this transfer window sums it up. It's just been absolutely balmy. Honestly, I'm shocked, as you can probably tell from this video. I really wanted to react to those transfers because I really like the idea of Tomori. When I saw it last night, I was like, this sounds good. This sounds good. But it hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen. So, well done, Daniel Levy. You're butchering the club. But yeah, that's all we've got time for. That's my reaction to those transfer links. Hope you have enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below, who do you want us to sign? I feel like there's going to be loads of good names, but we won't do it. Leave your likes, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, ciao.